I was sneezing back to back to back on that call. But nonetheless, we got through it, and she was beyond grateful. That call, actually, we did a lot of deep information. So you guys are getting just a little bit of it, but her and I spoke yesterday, and she was like, whoa, Shannon, this is a wealth of information. This is a lot of information. And I said, girl, there's more. There's more, Miss Lady. There's more. But however, this is enough for you to chew on. We had a great conversation. We talked about different examples and just a lot of numbers. And she able to handle those numbers. And she asked me a lot of great questions. She's a bit of an older person. And she was like, I didn't even know about this. Like, she was in her 50s. She's in her upper 50s, as a matter of fact. And she never even heard of this. And she just started getting wind of it recently when someone came to visit her church and they were talking about financial education. And they were just providing some information. And the woman who was speaking there gave her a little bit information about what I'm speaking to you all about today. And it was so much so that she was so intrigued. She said, I got to have this. Why didn't I get this beforehand? And so when her and I spoke, she was talking like, I want this. I want to make up ground because I want to count. I don't lose money. She said, because she had a pension. She said, I had to pay a penalty for that, getting that money out and all that stuff like that. And she said, I want something that I can access. It's my money. Because the thing about it is, think about this for this second. Let me sip a little bit of tea. Hold on. Whew. That tea is good, y'all. I like tea, and I like cold tea, but this is warm tea, and it's actually good for me. So that's probably why I feel a little bit better, because I've been sipping on some tea a little bit, and it's a new day actually too. So that helps me. I slept overnight, and I woke up feeling a little bit better. But my voice is not 100% restored just yet. But however, so when we were talking yesterday, she said that she never heard. Like I said, she never heard of this before. She didn't hear about it before until that lady came to her church. She was very intrigued by it because she said, you know what, I'm paying taxes, and why did I know about this? And so I began to ask her questions. I said, well, because where she works, she's been at her job for over 20 plus years. And I said, did anyone ever come and talk to you about this, or anyone ever come and provide any kind of education or just any kind of details about how everything functions that you have? Because a lot of times people get into group plans at their church, at their job, which is fine. That's pretty standard.